So, good morning, everyone. Okay, so let's start now our topic for this morning. Okay, our topic for this morning is test of controls in the revenue cycle. Okay, so revenue cycle. So, what is the nature of this revenue cycle? Revenue cycle encompasses both sale of goods and services to customers and the collection of cash. Okay, so what are the business functions associated with the cycle? So we have two. Resources are sold to customers in exchange for promises for future payment. And cash is collected from the customers. So yung dalawa lang yan, yung pinaka-main function and activity ni revenue cycle. So goods are sold to customers and cash is collected from the customers for payment. Okay? So what are the common activities? So we are now going to explain the cycle, okay, of this particular item. Okay, so we have different documents and records, okay, that is involved in revenue cycle. So we have five. The first one is customer order. Customer order is a request from a customer to purchase goods. Okay. The next sales order is it identifies goods ordered by a customer, including the relevant information about the price, the quantity, payment terms, and others. Okay. Next is shipping document. Shipping documents identifies goods shipped and represents a contract between the seller and the carrier. So always remember that shipping document represents a contract between the seller and the carrier. Next is sales invoice. Sales invoice, this is a document used to bill the customers. It identifies the goods sold, the quantity, and the price and the terms of the payment. So this document typically signals the recognition of a revenue. And the last is customers remittance advice. So it accompanies sales invoice but is intended to be returned with a customer's payment. A returned remittance advice indicates the purpose of a cash payment. Okay, so that's facilitating handling and recording. So that's customer remittance advice. Okay, later or after this, we're going to know kailan magagamit itong mga documents na to at kailan mag-occur on the cycle. Okay, so let's have first the customer order. Okay, so customer order or order department, the order was placed by the customer, okay, or the sales department. Ayan, and sales order is prepared. So SO is being prepared at that first step. Next is the credit approval. So from the credit approval department, customer's credit is reviewed. So to check if may mga existing liabilities pa ba or receivables tayo kay customers. Okay, if after reviewing it and it's approved, then it's now time for the inventory control to work, wherein the goods are picked, inspected, and released. So it accompanies by a sales order also. Okay, so later in the cycle we will explain more of this. Okay, next, shipping department. In the shipping department, the shipping department compares the goods received to the sales order. So we're going to compare ano yung na-receive nating goods from the inventory control versus sa sales order para hindi magkamali yung quantity na ma-deliver natin kay customer. Then the shipping document is prepared. After the shipping department, we have now the billing department to work. Shipping document and sales order are sent to billing and invoice is prepared. Okay? So, ayan. So, sa billing department, the invoice is prepared. The invoices are sent to the customer as well as the inventory accounting and general accounting and accounts receivable for recording. And then, next is cash collection. So, after natin na-deliver kay customer, yung shipping document and the sales order, ayun. So, collection na tayo. So, please take note or bear in mind na matatapos yung cycle ng revenue cycle if the cash is collected. So the personnel involved in cash collection are segregated from accounts receivable, general accounting, and billing department. Okay? So incoming checks are listed immediately and strictly endorsed. How about if may mga sales return? So if ever may mga ibabalik sa customer na sales or items or inventory, the sales return personnel, independent of cash collection and recording, should review the customer's request for adjustment of the returned goods para ma-update din tayo na may nabalik na inventory sa atin. And then, if ever, allowance for doubtful accounts receivable personnel should review individual customers' account periodically, lalong-lalo na ang age of accounts receivables natin. So, how long na ba? How many days nag-pass due na yung account? Okay? And the write-off of specific accounts. If ever, through continuous efforts of reminding the customer, wala talaga, that's the time that we are going to prove it, that it is uncollectible. So written authorization of the write-off of the account is sent to accounts receivable and to general accounting. Now, let us proceed to the program sa flow ng cycle na to. Okay, so kanina, we already know na magsa-start yung revenue cycle from the customer order. So in the customer order, ayan, the sales department will prepare the sales order. So the sales order or the SO will be given to for the credit department. Si credit department, i-assess niya or i-review niya yung credit transactions or credit ratings ng customers. So after niyan, ipo-forward niya na ngayon if approved siya kay warehouse department or inventory control department. So after that, si warehouse control, inventory control department will prepare now the goods, send it to the shipping department. So the shipping department will gonna prepare or compares the sales order from the sales department and from the warehouse. And then after that, the shipping department will prepare bill of lading. Okay? So, ayan. When we say bill of lading, okay, nasabi na natin yan kanina. Okay, it's a contract, okay, between the seller and the carrier. Actually, that's a shipping document. Okay, so bill of lading will be sent to shipping department for record keeping. Next is billing department for recording purposes to bill. Okay, next is warehouse department or inventory control department. And another copy for customer. Okay, so after that, ayun, si billing department dahil naka-receive na siya ng bill of lading, anong gagawin niya? So, i-record niya na ngayon. I-prepare niya yung sales invoice attached with the remittance advice. Yung remittance advice naman is para lang siyang nakadikit doon sa sales invoice na if ever magbayad si customer, okay, aanuhin niya lang, i-remove niya lang yung parang portion ng paper doon sa sales invoice. At kapag magpipay siya or magbabayad siya, i-attach na lang doon yung remittance advice. Then, after the remittance advice, ibibigay yun kay customer. Kanino pa? Kay inventory accounting. Okay, it means na nabawasan na yung inventory. Kanino pa? General accounting. And ang pinaka-importante, if credit siya, accounts receivable department. So after that, okay, dito na tayo, we will proceed to collection department. From the collection department, okay, meron tayo dapat receptionist dyan. So si receptionist, anong gagawin ni receptionist? Okay, he or she will receive the check and remittance advice from the customer. So aside from that, he or she will prepare the remittance list kung ano yung nakuha niya sa Dropbox. Ayan, and after that, isa-send niya agad kay accounts receivable department, okay, and cash receipts department for deposits. At dyan lang nagtatapos yung revenue cycle natin. Okay? So, for our next schedule or meeting, we will tackle more of the expenditure cycle. So, thank you so much and see you next meeting.